Hey Crossgates, it's time for our weekly update. Wanted to just check in, let you know what's going on. Here we are in between Christmas and New Year. We are moving into the season of Epiphany, and I'm looking forward to going into 2021, not because I think it's going to be immediately any better than 2020 was, but I think it's going to give us a new realization or an altered perception of what is the Lord asking of us, calling us into. I think as a church, we've got to confront the ongoing needs in the community, in the world, and within our own little family. We are grieving the loss of Cheryl Crabtree. Her death was unexpected. Her family is coming together, her daughter and two sons. Looks like right now we're planning to do a simple graveside service this Saturday at 10 up at Parkway Cemetery in Ridgeland. I'll be sending out an email out to everyone with the obituary, but keep that family in your prayers as they are confronting the loss of their mother, and such a shocking and surprising loss. That's kind of where we are. It's just what's going to happen next. But the gospel calls us into a different appreciation or understanding of what happens when circumstances occur and we don't know exactly what they mean, but how are we going to respond? I guess what I'm specifically talking about is the season of Epiphany. Epiphany is basically when, in the story, in the text, it's when the three wise men, the three mages from out east, are following a star. They see a star rise, and they go on a years-long journey to find out where this star is leading them. And they come to Jerusalem, and they end up talking to Herod, and Herod fakes his interest, but only so he can kill this newborn king. These wise men were actually wise enough to know what was happening, so they went and encountered in Bethlehem the baby Jesus. And when I say the baby Jesus, he was probably 2 or 3 years old at this time. So they come and they present these gifts. But what they present more than anything else is an epiphany, a realization to Mary, to Joseph, to all of us in the story, that there's something else going on here. It's a divine aha. What's going on? And so that is what I invite us into, Crossgates into 2021, as we start out in the season of Epiphany, is what is your aha? What is occurring, or what has occurred over the past year, and what's going to occur in the coming year, in which your epiphany changes you? That you come to realization that the way things are not what you thought they were. That somehow God gives you an insight, shines a light into your life, and all of a sudden you go, oh, aha, I get it. And so as we move into the new year and as we move into this season of Epiphany, I invite you to pray to God, to ask for an epiphany, to ask for these aha moments, so that not only will your faith come to life, but that you will see yourself connected in, brought into a much larger story, that you are in this, you are connected to it, and that the story continues to unfold with you in it. The psalm for the day is Psalm 72, and I just wanted to read it, but it's very interesting that one of the ahas we have to have is, who is this king? Who is Jesus really going to be? What kind of king is he going to be? And it's not one of pomp and circumstance. Jesus is a king who brings justice, and his focus and his interest is on those who don't have justice, who don't have food, who don't have power, who don't have prestige. And so this is a psalm that was later and an epiphany of this is who Jesus really is. Psalm 72, verses 1 through 7, and then verses 10 through 14. Give the king your justice, O God, and your righteousness to a king's son. May he judge your people with righteousness and your poor with justice. May the mountains yield prosperity for the people and the hills in righteousness. May he defend the cause of the poor of the people, give deliverance to the needy, and crush the oppressor. May he live while the sun endures, and as long as the moon throughout all generations. May he be like rain that falls on the mown grass, like showers that water the earth. In his days may righteousness flourish and peace abound until the moon is no more. May the kings of Tarshish and the isles render him tribute. May the kings of Sheba and Seba bring gifts. May all kings fall down before him. All nations give him service. For he delivers the needy when they call, the poor and those who have no helper. He has pity on the weak and the needy. He saves the lives of the needy. From oppression and violence he redeems their life, and precious is their blood in his sight. Let us go into this new year seeking the aha, to see how God really is at work in the world. Not that these epiphanies change anything else but us, so that we can see ourselves grafted into this story, that we can see ourselves as children of this new king, that we can see the story for what it really is. That God sent his son, born a newborn king, to help lead the people in a new and different way, to be attentive to the poor, the sick, the hungry, and the hurting, and to invite everyone to come into this new kingdom that bears the name of Jesus Christ. So Crossgates, keep your head up, seek your epiphany, be changed in the process. You can do this. I see Christ in you.